Going on, everyone? Pick 6 back today, bringing you another aggressive. It's sort of aggressive recon. It's aggressive defensive sniping because it's defense mode in Rush. So sit up, get your popcorn ready, and I think you're gonna enjoy this one. This one I go flawless in. I don't want to spoil the ending. I don't want to spoil how many kills I end up getting, but trust me, it's pretty high, and the sniping in it I think you'll highly enjoy, especially if you enjoy my aggressive recon series, which I have 2 videos ready to go. I just have to commentate over them. Don't really have topics yet for them. Otherwise, when I come up with a topic, then obviously I'll be able to commentate over it and you get yourself a show. What I usually do, this is my usual procedure. I pick the left or the right side and I hold one area in Operation Metro anyway. I prefer the MAV, as you can see, because it has a larger surface area that it covers and lets teammates and yourself know of enemies flanking. For the most part, I stay on this, like I said, I stay on this right side and I hold the middle and the right. And if my teammates are somewhat competent, if they hold the left side, then we have a pretty damn good defensive barrier set up, and it's going to be a very, very difficult time for the other team to try and break past our defenses and set the recons, or set up the MCOMs, set to blow them up, I mean. In this match, we end up shutting them out. They don't even come close to the plant, I believe. I believe they do get a plant, but either way, all I remember out of it is the sniping. So sit back and enjoy this because it's a show. The last thing that I want to hear somebody say is that this is camping, because it is clearly not camping. And if you think it is, then I question your intelligence. This is sitting back, letting the enemies come to you and playing defensive with a sniper rifle. This isn't Call of Duty. You can't go around quick scoping everyone because you have a good connection. You have to sit back and you have to wait, because Battlefield is true sniping. That guy there has another shot at me later. You'll see it. And I don't know how I didn't hit him in a couple of shots. But anyway, you'll see that in the future. Back to what I was saying. This is not Call of Duty. You sit back, you hold an area, you play defensive. Being aggressive because you're camping, you're sitting in one spot. Lack of intelligence. I win matches because I play intelligent, not because even when I'm playing aggressive, I still have a strategy. I don't just run around like a chicken with my head cut off and hoping for the best, because a lack of intelligent strategy loses you games. And in this case, setting up that MAV over there, let my teammate and everyone know within that, say, 20-foot area proximity, that's an estimate, where everyone's coming from, if they're coming from it. The spawn beacon was set up so that if I die, I can quickly spawn back. And I prefer the MAV over the tugs, because when you set the tugs in one area, that's it. You plan it, you set it, you forget it. The only issue, though, is it has a far less surface area that it covers, and it only covers one area. So you're basically stuck. It's that area gets its proximity covered, the rest of it, absolutely none. So you basically have to keep your eye open. The other thing you'll notice about my style of play is that I'm always constantly moving, and that's for 2 reasons. A, if a sniper sees me but I don't see him, it makes me a difficult target, because most snipers in Battlefield can't shoot. Let's call it like it is. Most of them can't shoot, and if they do, it takes them like 10 seconds to finally scope in. And then when they shoot, they miss. I follow where the smoke or the vapor trail is from the round. I find them, I kill them. That's general procedure. So it's risky, but in the most part, it's paid off a lot for me, so I'm not going to deviate from that. But for the most part, I stay moving because it makes me a difficult target. The other thing it does too is that constantly moving, like even just the right stick, me constantly moving that right stick back and forth and clicking the spot button periodically lets me know where the enemy is. Because if you notice there, before I zoomed in, that far rock in the background, people always love to sit on that rock. And like there, see how I'm checking there? They always sit on that rock. So you have to always periodically check. He might not be there this instance, but if you're periodically checking, then he can't surprise you, and you'll have the first shot on him as long as you see him first. But it's always important to check sniper spots that are always open and always prone to, having snipers there first. Because sometimes you'd expect them to be there and then they're not, and they surprise you. But always check there. See, I'm always checking that spot because I know that they're coming back. And I always duck when I reload because I don't want, as I'm reloading, for a guy to get a lucky headshot on me. The guy I was... that guy I was referring to earlier, that's a good spot, and I'll remember it next time. But look! Take a look at this. Look at this. Another one. Another one. And then I end up finally getting him. Another one there. And then I end up finally getting him. Either those shots were millimeters off of him, or my internet was lagging. I have no idea. But I have no clue how those shots weren't connecting on him. Zero clue. But he didn't come back to try and shoot me again. And this is a big part of sniping. It's psychological warfare. It's quite possibly the most underrated part. Because if you notice more and more, less snipers try and take me on because I'm consistently taking them out before they have a shot at me. So it's part psychological warfare. The other thing is, if you notice earlier, they kept ducking when I'd shoot at them. I'd miss. Or if I had a hit marker on them, they'd consistently duck. But it's too late. Because there's already damage done to them. And because I've spotted them, my teammates know where they are. So if they're hiding behind a guardrail trying to recover, they have a very low chance of survival with my teammates rushing them. Because if they can't see what's coming, how can they play defense? So, look, no more snipers. They're gone. They psychologically do not want to come here at all. And that's good. Because even though my statistics with regard to kills will start to go down because it's less competition, it's like a good NFL corner, quarterbacks just stop throwing his way. Sure. Statistically, he's not going to have a high amount of interceptions or knockdowns. But I think he's benefiting his team a lot more if one side of the field is cut off. And that's basically what I did. And then this damn mortar dick starts getting mad that I can't get kills, or kept getting kills, and I've locked down the right, so he keeps throwing mortars. Fuck it, it's like tubers from Call of Duty. I don't appreciate that at all. I'm sure most people don't, but it'll be fixed in the update soon enough. I'll actually be posting a match pretty soon that has some Little Bird highlights, and it basically talks about things that I did and didn't really like about the upcoming update. I believe it's in March for this game, which I feel for the most part it's pretty good, but I'll save all the details for what I'll be talking about in that for the actual video you'll watch later. Don't want to divulge too deep into it in this match. If you're a regular to my channel and you listen to a lot of my commentaries, you listen to my voice right now and it sounds a little scratchy, sounds a little off. That's because the night before, my friends and I went drinking downtown, and basically we missed the last bus going back uptown, back to his house after, and we had to walk, we took a bus that got us as close as possible to his house, but it required us walking through a few fields and several blocks. And I'm from Canada here, southern Canada. It's late February. It was blowing snow, it was freezing cold, it was extremely windy. It was just after a snowstorm came through, so believe me, it was one of the coldest nights I've ever felt. Because, of course, the day my jacket breaks, like the zipper won't actually go all the way up, is the day that I have to walk through several blocks of cold. So it was a miserable experience for me and my friends walking through the field back to his house at 2 in the morning. So it was bitterly cold, and that's basically giving you a very long-winded explanation as to why my voice is sort of lower and scratchier than it normally would be. The monotone's still the same. If you know me well enough, the monotone will always be there. I don't think that'll go away anytime soon. Even if I sound energetic, it's still going to be somewhat monotone. But at least I can give you knowledgeable facts, I can keep you entertained, I can give you great gameplay. So as long as you put up with the monotone, then it's fine. This match is wrapping up. And right now, I'm sort of playing more defensive because I realize I'm so close to going flawless. And I know also that the match is concluding. And see, I'm speeding up because I'm panicking. I'm so energetic. I want this flawless. But I'm still aggressive. You can't take the venom out of a cobra. And good night to him. And then we get the win. So now that I don't actually get to spoil it, bam. 20 zip. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you later.